you have to go to a different focus. The focus has to be so heightened that very few people, they even understand that, but they have it in them. They have it in them to go there. But you have to go to a place of fear, of suffering, of pain, of doubt. And that's when your mind, if it knows it's not going to quit, it opens up. And once it opens up, that's my 40% rule. Once you can open your mind up when it knows it's not going to quit, it finds more. It finds more focus. It finds more power. It finds more drive.
I want to tell you something else, and I want to make this clear. Don't just listen. Don't just listen. Do. I'm not just talking. So you know, I'm not just talking. I'm doing. And I don't want you to just listen. Put this information to work. Make today count. Every day. Go forward. Get aggressive and attack, whether it's on the battlefield or on the beat or in the factory or on the farm or on the construction site or on the website, in the garage or in the firehouse. Don't hesitate. Step forward and get after it.
Once you come face to face with who you are, you have a starting point. All right, I'm not real smart. I have no courage. I have no self-esteem. I have no nothing. Nothing. That's my starting point. Now we can move from there. But if I tell myself I'm strong, I have courage, I'm smart, and all these are lies, you continuously push that starting point backwards. Right. So that starting point is the truth. The no bull truth that only you can tell yourself. So it's the starting point. The truth's the starting point.
And most people are surrounded by people that don't tell them the truth.
No.
Because it's too painful.
It is. Especially nowadays in this society, we like to surround ourselves. It makes us feel so good. Those people who say it's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. It isn't okay, man. And I get it. Society's changing, and we love to feel wanted and loved. Trust me, that's all important. It is. But you have to have the truth from people. Hey, you're not working your butt off hard enough. You're not trying hard enough. We all think we're trying hard, but what are you gauging that off of?
A person's strengths are often their biggest weaknesses. And so that also means that their weaknesses can be their strengths. So, me, I am weak. In all those ways that I listed, I am weak. But I don't accept that. I don't accept that I am what I am and that is what I'm doomed to be. No, I don't accept that. I'm fighting. I'm always fighting. I'm struggling and I'm scrapping and I'm kicking and clawing at those weaknesses to change them, to stop them. Some days I win. Some days I don't. But each and every day, I get back up and I move forward with my fist clenched toward the battle, toward the struggle. And I fight with everything I've got to overcome those weaknesses and those shortfalls and those flaws. As I strive to be just a little bit better today than I was yesterday.
Okay, what is making you a quitter? What is making you a weak man? What is making you afraid? And so that's why I kept on quitting and going back to start, or not knowing how to get through hard times. And that's why I always tell people, I'm not a theorist. I didn't study, I didn't study a book. I literally put myself in a fire repeatedly like a sword. You put a sword in the fire repeatedly and repeatedly. If you keep on doing that, you're going to get a nice sword. And then you keep on beating it. You got to beat the out of it. And that's what I am.
Yeah.
I became that. I said, okay, we can't quit. We got to figure out why you are this. Why are you this, man? What is wrong with you? What's going on here? So I kept on putting the sword back in the daggone fire, and I just beat it harder. And I beat it harder. Before I knew it, I started realizing, all right, man, the brain is starting to get hard. The brain is starting to get hard. I'm no longer a theorist. I'm now a practitioner. I put it in hell. I dissected it while it's in hell, because you can't dissect anything in a normal environment. You can't dissect anything in 72-degree weather. You must put it in the freezer and freeze the out of it. And then you dissect it. Dissect it when it's miserable. Dissect the brain when all it's thinking about is, I need to get out of here, man. I want to get out of the freezer. Open the door. And you said, nah, 5 more seconds, man. 5 more seconds in the freezer. And that's when you start to pick that brain apart. And that's what all this stuff did to me. I kept on putting myself back into the freezer or the fire and beating the out of myself, mentally and physically. Before I knew it, this is what happened.
Wow. In my old job, we used to have to carry a heavy rucksack. And if you hadn't had on a rucksack in a while, and you put it on for the first time, it's a little bit of a shock to the system. It sucks. How you like that? And you might sit around and think about how much it's gonna suck going on this long patrol with a rucksack on. And you might let that build up on your brain a little bit about how much it's gonna suck. But I have a trick. I figured out a trick over time of how to overcome that. How to get through it. What you do is you put your ruck on and you start walking. That's right. It's gonna suck. Doesn't matter. Go get some.
Sometimes in life, you become tired. Sometimes you don't know where to turn. Sometimes you need guidance. Sometimes you need motivation. But there's one thing that can change that. That spark to rekindle the fire inside of you. There is always something that can change the way you feel, change your attitude, change the way you think. This life is hard, so you have to figure out your purpose. Everyone has a purpose. But I tell you this, every single one of you can be great. Greatness is in your mind. In order for you to be great, it's all inside. You have to see it, you have to believe it, you have to know that you can do whatever you want to do. No one can make you be great. It's all your decision. Whatever you become in this life, whatever you put into it, you can do it.
That's